What is up? It is Paristtmpped, Paristtmpped, and we are back with a better video. As you can tell, we are outside because nature is necessary. Today I'm going to be discussing getting put over as a black trans man because, when I first transitioned, I understood I was going to start passing and, my life would get better and I would be happy and it would lighten my depression. But I wasn't aware. Well, I was aware, but I wasn't well equipped to handle, police getting put over, handling authority when you're trans. Because you got to understand, let's say something bad happens and I go to jail. Listen, and the younger, now I'm very far in my transition, so I'm a little bit more, I'm a lot more confident if, worse come to worse. But it's one of those things where safety is a very important thing that a lot of us don't consider. And I always try to tell people that are trans, you got to make sure I don't play with the law. You know what I'm saying? We have to stay safe. We have to stay with our communities. We have to be aware that not everybody's on our side. We have to fight for our rights. There's still so much growing that the world has to do, so that until the world grows, we have to be ahead of the game so that the game don't fucking kill us. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being very honest and brutal. So I wrote down, the more I blend in, the more I have to be cautious about the law. Now, it's the truth. When I was younger, there was this one time, I was in college, and a lot of my crazy shit happened in college. It taught me a lot of lessons about being out in the real world, which is why I suggest to go. Now, I went to college, and I had made some friends with some interesting people, cool peeps, and let's all go to the park and smoke. And I'm like, great idea. So we all get in my whip, my little ass Hyundai Sonata, no tents, fish bowl. We get in the Hyundai Sonata, and I'm excited as hell. I'm about to go smoke. We're about to be lit. We get to this park that's down the street from the campus. We sit down. We're chilling. It's dark outside. We're all on the benches. Everything looks beautiful. The sun is setting. Now it's dark. So I don't know if I had already smoked. I don't really know how the night went. But all I remember was two of the people that went with us didn't smoke. They didn't want to come out with us. So they're like, we're going to stay in the car. I said, okay, that's fine. I can stay in my car. We're going to go smoke real quick, and then I'll be back. So we leave and we go by the benches and they stay in my whip. Next thing you know, I see blue and red lights flashing going towards my car. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? My heart in my ass. And I'm like, oh God, fuck. So the police go and the girls get out my car and they're talking. I can't hear what they're saying because I'm in the benches. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I said, y'all stay here because you gotta keep in mind it's dark. We're black. You can't see us at night. We were sitting on the benches blending in with the night. I felt like Harriet Tubman. The way that we were blending in with the night, I'm like, bro, this is interesting. A gift. So they stayed by the benches and we're just blending in with that whole shit. So then I go over to the police officer and I'm like, hi, officer. And I'm pre-T and shit, but I was still pretty masculine presenting. Even though I was pre-T, I was still I looked interesting. You could tell I'm definitely LGBT plus or mask or whatever. So he's like, license and registration. I go in my glove box. I'm like, okay, I have the registration. I had something, but I think I didn't have my wallet. So I said, I don't have my wallet. I can't prove to you I'm me, but I'm definitely me. I have my school ID. The registration has my name on it. I am who I say I am. This nigga goes to his car. I could see him talking. He's talking. Next thing you know, 4 other police cars pull into the park. Bro, my heart was in my ass. I said, oh shit. Oh, I'm dead. This is the end. This is the end of my story. This is how it goes. So the girls are like, and the people, when I tell you, my friends, they stayed I forgot they was there. So that was how, they stayed over there. So I'm like, smart. So I'm like, okay, I'm freaking the fuck out. He's like, are you sure you are, are you Paris? I'm like, yes, I'm Paris. This is my vehicle. Officer, if you come to my campus, we're right down the street. I could be able to prove it to you. You know what I'm saying? And the girls are like, yeah, where we all go to this college, blah, 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 blah. So he's like, the other officers are just sitting in their car. I don't know if that was his gang, his mob. Then 2 of them get out and they're just standing there watching. I don't know if they're being fucking nosy and just trying to be intimidating or what the fuck they was doing. But they're just standing there like this. So then he said that he's gonna let me go, and then we get in the car and dip. And to me, it was very pointless to even have that much anticipation and get your mates to come pop out, because the reputation it has. But I'm learning, you can't worry about their intentions. It's about your safety. It's about your safety. You know what I'm saying? It's about You getting home. It taught me about the perspective of my skin tone, you know, that even if he had good intentions, even if he really didn't give a fuck, because, you know, it was literally by my college campus. We all looked young as hell, I assume, looking back. Like, we probably looked like dumb as shit. Because of the reputation, I don't know what to expect. And I'm glad that, you know, we have to be ahead of that, because there have been times where I was talking to a more aggressive or a more strict or easily irritated officer. And I had to be very careful with my word selection and how I say certain things, because me being black, certain things sound rough. You know, you raise your voice a little bit, they think you're mad. It's just like there's so many things that have to take into perspective, because what's normal to us may seem aggressive to them, and what's normal to them may seem aggressive to us. It's all about perspective. And, you know, because of that, you know, sometimes I do jump, and I had to learn how to take a breath, breathe, don't jump to conclusions. The goal is to get home, you know. I went from being worried about getting kidnapped to worrying about being shot. Let me read that again. I went from worrying about getting kidnapped to worrying about getting shot. And that was some real shit. You know, pre-T, you know, everyone puts fear into you, you know, like, be careful when you're walking home at night. You could get kidnapped, all that crazy shit. And then here I am, I'm about to, you know, I can get killed. And I feel like with black women, they have both ends of the stick. Definitely black trans women. They're on basically both sides of the spectrum. So when people go, oh, you chose to be a trans man, this is your personal experience. I was in this much danger before. Before, I was pre-T masculine as hell. That was horrible. I had men hitting on. It was and it wasn't just regular men, or I'm not trying to say regular men, but it wasn't like LGBT plus. Like, now the men that hit on me, you know, they'd be like, oh, like they think I'm LGBT plus or some shit. You know, it's not dangerous. Whereas before, it would be like, hey, little mama, like, bitch, what the fuck? Hi, beautiful gypsy. Bitch, what the hell? I remember I had this one gym teacher when I was a freshman. He was like, oh, you a real thick gypsy. You a thick gypsy. Bitch, what the I'm 14 as fuck. Do you even hear your old ass self? What the hell are you doing? I'm about to go eat some pussy tonight. What are you doing? You know, it's just like, it was a lot going on. So then, you know, so to me, it's always like, it's no matter what, because I'm black and because I'm a person, my life's at risk. I can die. Things are, you know, I have to always be, not always cautious and looking over my shoulder and worrying, but understanding that, you know, this world isn't perfect and we have to be ahead of that so that we can make it home. I've learned my lesson since, and here's my black protocol. Number 1, pull over, don't run. If you see their lights, pull over, please, just pull over. Don't drive, don't press on the brakes, crazy, just pull over. Remain calm, prepare to talk in a calm voice. When I would get irritated, I swear to God, they gave me a ticket. You know, I haven't gotten pulled over, you know, recently. But the last time I did get pulled over, the officer was like, you seem very calm and collected, so I'm just going to give you a warning. Thank you. Put on that white voice. Sometimes you got to give in to the matrix. You got to do it. Thanks, officer. Sorry about that. The white people do it too. It's just their natural. They are already doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to realize when you have power, sometimes people abuse that. We're seeing it with the president as we speak. So when you know, you got to understand that not everybody's going to want to just do their job. I think that around like mid-month or the end of the month, police officers have to like gather up a certain amount of tickets and shit. So like them niggas be pulling niggas over for no reason. Remember I got pulled over because he was like, you're going to 10 over the speed limit. Bitch, 10 over the speed limit? Nobody's on the road. Except, you know, anyway. Number 3, hands on the wheel or within police vision. As soon as they come, show your hands. Don't go reaching for shit, moving shit around quickly. Just stop. Please stop. Answer questions respectfully. The goal is to get to your destination, not on a stop along the journey. So you want to just make sure you're getting home. Sometimes it means being respectful to someone that's not as nice. Sometimes it means being patient even though someone's testing it. You know, there's been times where I'm like, fuck that nigga, as soon as I pull off. But I'm here to tell the tale. Some people can't tell the same, you know. Of course, there are going to be officers that don't even want to. You can be respectful, accountable, and punctual, and they will still not give a fuck. All that rapping and not give one fuck. They will still pull the trigger. They will still arrest you. They will still give you the ticket. It's a lose-lose, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they're right and you are wrong. Sometimes they're wrong and you're right. And we have to live in that world where we go, hopefully the universe does what it got to do to right what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's just all it takes. So I'm learning, you know, patience by seeing how you faith, you know, patience and faith. And also, like, in terms of like the license things, I was always told, like, you know, get your license, put it on a dashboard. I don't know. That gives off to me, moving around in my truck real fast, I can't be doing all that stressing. I sit right there and wait for them to ask for it. I wait. I just fucking wait. And then, you know, I talk nicely. I remember one time I didn't have I didn't have shit, registration, nothing. I was like, officer, I promise you, like, you know, you got to take my word for it. You know what I'm saying? And I just pray to God that this is going to be the officer that actually takes my word. Don't assume the worst. Don't worry. Even if you might have a reason to worry, that is only going to make the situation worse and create like moments that you maybe didn't want to happen. You know what I'm saying? And just don't get pulled over. Easier said than done. But try to do the speed limit. Don't be your friends. Try to mind your business. Maybe not still. Don't be a crypto. Don't do nothing stupid. Don't get involved in dumb shit. You know? And live your life and have fun. That's my advice, you know. I learned a lot from the past. Authority, yes, they're very scary, and we're living in a world where it's not really for us at all. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like the passport shit, I'm definitely gonna make a video about that. Having, you know, a passport in the U.S., my situation in terms of, you know, having my gender marker. So if you want to see that, you know, that kind of video, comment down below. Comment down below. Passport support. That's gonna be real specific. That's how I know you made it this far. But you know, if you want to see those kind of videos, definitely comment down below. I have a lot of good ass content coming for y'all. How y'all liking this quality? All my videos will not be this quality, but how y'all fucking with it? I like this. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I will talk to y'all soon. Until next time, Paris out. At your sword. At your sword.